So hello Mountain Bike channel. Today we're going to talk you through a product that I've been using and I've had a lot of people asking about it. It's a Spooligan gripper cups. There they are there. It's a double mount. I've got the double mount and the two singles, but I haven't got the bottom ones yet. Hello then, if you want to say hello. This is the missus.
Hi everyone. Everyone that has nothing better to do than watch my husband. Yous almost have very boring lives.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. I didn't feel nervous now.
Do you not?
Nah.
Go on.
Right, anyway. Are you finished? Anyway, I'm going to talk you through what I like about them, what I don't like about them. What I don't like about them is the hardest out to get on there. But obviously they've been on now for at least three months now. That's all you do. Just on your bar, you take your old one off and they just clip on, they slide on like that. But when they're brand new, they're not that malleable, so you have to like persevere with them. I think I had to use a hammer to get that over. But apart from that, why I use them is because when I'm out fishing, and the Ian Gold's ones are hard plastic, and I bought a new fishing rod, and I noticed underneath where it's been lying, it'd been catching against the plastic, scratching the rod, scratching the finish on the rod. But with these are nice and soft, so it doesn't really damage your rod as much. That's why I use them. I think they retail at about what, 15 quid for the pair, maybe 15 quid for the bottom ones, which I need to get, and the solo ones. But what I'm going to do is I'll set it up in the garden and I'll show you what it looks like on the tripod, and I'll show you the other two cups that I've got as well. You got anything to say?
I think it's a really, really good piece of equipment. Honestly, cannot fault it at all. I don't even know what this is.
I mean, it is minging, but I'll set it up anyway.
Stinks like everything else in the shed.
Right, if you don't like it, get out. I've got everyone here. 2 seconds. Who's this?
Here's the fam.
It's the young Tobus. Right.
Toby's tackle.
So this is the Ian Gold version. This is the one I've got. I would like a spare. I mean, it's minging like it's just been in the corner of the shed. So that's what was causing is to get like scratches on and everything on my rod. But it really is like a hard plastic. So you can imagine you putting your rod in and out of the stand. Scratch it dead easy. But these, they're really soft. So all it is it pulls off like that. They're hard to get off, like you have to knock them off with a hammer, that's what I meant. But obviously it's not the product's fault. These are bang on. These just slide on, no bother. They're the hardest part to get off. So then these go on here. Make sure I put them on the right way around. Like that. Then we'll put them on the tripod. I'll show you that now. This is my setup. Like I was saying, I'm going to change them cups over eventually and put the Spooligan ones on. And but these ones here, when you put your rod in, say if you're fishing a multiplier, your rod will grip in there, so it'll not turn. But obviously when you're fishing your fixed spool, you'll have your fixed spool like out here, but it doesn't budge, so it'll not hit that metal bit. Well, I have seen people just put shrink wrap on there. I was meant to put some on, but I haven't. So obviously there's the single spooling cup that I was on about. They're decent. Then we'll move up to the single. It's the same as that, but it just goes down your tripod. I've got the single and the double. But yeah, these are the great bit of kit. They keep your rod in tip-top shape. They're plastic. You can see it's malleable. It doesn't mark your rod like what the other ones do. You got a new rod, like the finish on your rod. But they're pretty decent. But like you see, they're like the original cups. I'm going to take them off, and what I'll have on there will be on there. But they retail for about, I think they're about £8, £9. The single ones, and the double ones like 15 quid. I mean, and then the bottom ones are 15 quid. You can get them from your tackle shops. I know Veal sell them in the northeast. Northeast Tackle Supply sell them as well. That's where I've got mine from, Northeast Tackle Supplies. But if you just look, they're called Spooligan cups. That's what they are. Pretty good. They've got some decent stuff on there for like accessories for like your seat box, loads of tripod accessories. things for like baiting up accessories and stuff. The company's called Spooligan, if I haven't already mentioned in the video, so I got really interrupted by the missus. The company's called Spooligan. They've got a lot of things on their website. They've got like tripod accessories, seat box accessories, like baiting up stuff. They've got some really good stuff if you have a look on. A lot of tackle shops supply them. I know the one in the northeast is Northeast Tackle Supplies who sell them. That's where I got mine from. If you look online you'll find them if you're not from the northeast, but if you're from the northeast, get yourselves in there. That's where they sell them. That's where I got mine from. What I'm going to say is my good point why I like them and why I don't like them, but it's not why I don't like them. It's nothing to do with the product why I don't like them. It's more to say with getting these off. But why I like them is if they do fall over, your rod stand in the wind, which could happen in the winter or when it's windy. These are like a rubbery plastic sort of thing. So these are pretty malleable, and if they drop, they're not going to smash. If you drop one of them with them being hard, they're pretty hard at the bottom. They're soft there, they're pretty hard at the bottom. There's a chance of them snapping. Also, when I bought a new rod and I've had it in the rod stand, putting them in and out, must have been just catching off here, and I had like a little scratch mark. The reason I noticed it was a scratch mark is because when I put my rod up against the rod stand, it was where it was sitting in these on both my new rods. So that's why I went to get these. And obviously I've changed the positioning on the tripod, and where they've been sitting I've had no marks, nothing. So if you're a bit of like a tackle tar like me and you like to keep things in like nice condition, which I know your rod's going to get scratched, but I'd rather it get scratched on a rock or something like that when you're out fishing, if you're going to fish on a tripod, then goes over, not just everyday use, putting your rod in the rod stand. So I haven't had nothing, like no scratches or anything off these, and I've been using them for a couple of months. The good thing about the bottom ones is, the single one's great, it's just the same as that, so you're getting the same. The bottom one, when you put your rod in, what I like about it is it doesn't twist, it grips the butt of the rod, so it doesn't twist, it stays where you want it. So if you say you're a multiplier user, you'll have that in your rod stand, it'll not twist. Same with a fixed spool, with the single ones, because you've got the tripod middle there, then you'll have that sitting. So it'll sit there and it'll not rub against there, because it's like grips the butt of your rod. So that's a good thing about them. They are, like I say, I know they're just like a rod holder or anything, but it like blings up your tripod. So it's just aesthetically pleasing really, than seeing just that, you know what I mean? These look better. So yeah, I think they're about 15 quid for the doubles, same as the bottoms. Then I think the other ones are about 8 quid. I'll have a look and I'll show you. Also with these you can get like a smaller one for a smaller diameter of rod. These are the bigger ones, so they've got the big ones, which are these, and the smaller ones, which I forgot to say. Been looking at this. These ones here, which are $12.99 on the website. Your bottom solo cup, which is $15.99. Then you've got your double gripper cup at the bottom, which is $15.99. And your single one is about $9.99, but that's the prices on their website. It might differ wherever else you're going. But yeah, that's my first tackle review done, dusted, and that's all I've got time for. And I hope you enjoyed my first review video. So thanks for watching, see you later. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We're nearly at 900, I think we've got 30 odd to go, so come on, woohoo!